Welcome to Podcast with Jasmine, a calm and friendly space where we talk about life, personal growth, and meaningful questions in the journey of being human. This channel is also for people who are beginning to learn English, with simple and clear content so you can listen and improve your English in a natural way. Today, we will think about a familiar but very important question: how can we live a meaningful life? In the long journey of human life, the question that troubles many people is not how to become successful or rich, but how to live a truly meaningful life. The meaning of life is not a specific destination that we can reach, and it is not a single formula that works for everyone. It is more like a journey of self-discovery, where each person must find what makes life worth living. A meaningful life does not always need to be great or famous. Sometimes, it is simply about living honestly, with purpose, and bringing value to yourself and the people around you. First of all, to live a meaningful life, people need to understand who they are and what they truly want. Many people spend their whole lives chasing goals that society sets for them: a stable job, a high income, or an impressive social status. However, when they achieve these things, they may still feel empty because they realize those were not the things they truly wanted. The meaning of life often begins with understanding your personal values, passions, and beliefs. When a person knows what excites them and what makes them proud, they can find a clearer direction in life. Self-understanding is like a compass that helps us avoid getting lost among the many choices and pressures in life. Besides understanding ourselves, a meaningful life is also built on valuable goals. Goals are not only about material success, but also about things that help us grow and contribute to the world around us. When people have goals, they have a reason to wake up every day and keep trying. These goals do not have to be very big. They can be simple things like becoming better at something you love, raising children to become kind people, or creating positive things for the community. What matters most is that these goals come from within you, not only from the expectations of others. Another important part of a meaningful life is personal growth. Humans always have the ability to learn and change. When we stop growing, life can easily become boring and directionless. Learning a new skill, reading a book, discovering a new idea, or trying something we have never done before can expand our inner world. Growth does not only make us more capable, but also helps us understand life more deeply. When a person continues to learn and improve themselves, they often feel that they are moving forward, and that feeling itself gives life meaning. However, a meaningful life cannot only focus on oneself. Humans are social beings, and we often find meaning through our relationships with others. Friendship, love, family, and connection with the community are important parts of a meaningful life. When we care about others, share happiness, and help them through difficult times, we not only make their lives better but also make our own lives richer and deeper. Many studies about happiness show that people with strong relationships with family and friends often feel their lives are more meaningful than those who focus only on personal success. In addition, contributing to society is another way to create meaning in life. When people feel that their work or actions can help others, they often feel valuable and useful. This does not always mean doing something big like changing the world or creating great inventions. Sometimes the meaning of life is found in very small actions: helping someone who is in trouble, sharing knowledge with others, or simply spreading kindness in everyday life. These small actions can grow over time and create a bigger positive impact than we might expect. A meaningful life also requires people to accept difficulties and failures. Life does not always go the way we want. Everyone experiences times of confusion, failure, or pain. However, these experiences often help us grow and understand life more deeply. If we see failure as a lesson instead of an ending, we can turn difficulties into motivation to keep moving forward. A meaningful life is not a life without mistakes, but a life where each mistake helps us become wiser. Another important part of living meaningfully is living in the present moment. Many people spend too much time worrying about the future or regretting the past, and they forget the value of the present. In reality, Life only exists in the moments we are living right now. When we learn to appreciate small things like a peaceful morning, an honest conversation, or a simple moment of happiness, we begin to realize that life already contains many meaningful experiences. Slowing down, observing, and feeling life more carefully can help us notice the values we once ignored. An important aspect of a meaningful life is also being honest with yourself. Many people live according to the expectations of others and forget what they truly want. Living a meaningful life requires the courage to follow a path that feels right for you, even if it is different from what most people choose. When a person lives according to their own values and beliefs, they often feel more free and peaceful. On the other hand, if someone lives only to please others, they may still feel empty even after achieving many successes. Finally, living a meaningful life is a process, not a final result. The meaning of life can change over time as we grow and experience new things. What matters is not finding a perfect answer, but continuing to explore and learn. Every day, through small choices and kind actions, we slowly create meaning in our own lives. In conclusion, a meaningful life is not defined by wealth or fame, but by how well we understand ourselves, follow valuable goals, continue to grow, build deep relationships, and contribute positively to society. When people live with honesty, gratitude, and the desire to do good things, they often realize that the meaning of life is not something far away. It is found in the way we choose to live each day. A meaningful life is simply a life lived fully, where every experience, whether joyful or painful, becomes part of our journey of growth and self-discovery. Thank you for listening to the end of this video. If you find this content helpful, please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe to follow more upcoming videos from this channel.